Strange Wang right in the
So I'll go back on the video. I'm Strange Wang. Today, you read the title, so let's get down to brass tacks. I gave Judas and the Black Messiah 9.3 out of 10 Wangs.
Why? 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 Why?
Because, very simple. Director, he made a good movie. How do you make a good movie? You have to make your vision. He made his vision very clear. He wanted to make a movie about the Black Panthers that invoked hope and educated people who didn't know. He did it. What else do you need for that? The support of the writing, the cinematography, and the acting to support that, to elevate it to that level. And it did. So, of course, it got a high score. But before we get down to the details of singling those things out and why I loved them and what I didn't like about the movie, because it's not a perfect movie, in my opinion, is a story about Strange Wang at a theater last night. So, a couple seats down, this guy and his wife, girlfriend, I don't know. There's a scene that was on with Martin Sheen, Jesse Plemons, and another white fellow. And he was telling his girlfriend, oh, yeah, that's Martin Sheen. That's Charlie Sheen's father. He's got on makeup right now. He looks like the fucking penguin for Batman. All right. That's very true. It cuts to Jesse Plemons' character. He says, oh, that's Matt Damon. He got fat. I see the resemblance. It cuts to the other white guy. He's like, I don't know who the hell that is.
That's funny to me.
I started cracking up. That was hilarious. But it wasn't part of the movie. I felt like I needed to tell you that. Needed you to get in there, the theater experience with me, even if you wasn't. So let's get down to the film itself. Directing, like I said, he made his vision. He put it on screen. It hit. Directing in this film is good. The acting is good. Dan Kluger, no way in hell he doesn't get nominated for an Oscar. His baby mama, there's no way she doesn't get nominated for a supporting actress Oscar. The writing in the film is great. You feel the pain of these characters. When Dan Kluger gives speeches, I feel the goosebumps. I don't know how much of that is real life or how much of that is like dialogue written for the film, but either way, every time he gave a speech, I had goosebumps. When he was in prison, I felt his pain. I felt his need to get out, his need to help people. So Daniel Kaluuya's character was written out excellent. This film is an excellent film. It really makes you care about these characters, even the ones that aren't main characters. And the cinematography is fucking gorgeous. It's a damn near
Fucking perfect
movie. And I'm going to stick with that because everything in this film is incredible. It built to these huge scenes that just left you hurt. Like you got punched in the gut. The film earns what it's given to you on screen. And yes, these are real life events, but just because a movie's based on real life things doesn't mean it's a good movie. We've seen tons of movies where they're based on true events and that they're not good movies. This, it earns it. It really makes you care about Fred Hampton, the racism in the 60s and 70s, and the hope he brought to it. Now, my problem with the film is Bill. Bill is Lakeith Stanfield's character, and he acted the part. He looked the part.
What's your point?
But it felt like something was lacking from his character.
Am I lying?
And that's the problem I had with the movie. I didn't feel for this guy who's stuck between the pigs, the cops, and the Black Panther Party, that he's slowly growing a love and friendship with Fred Hampton. And I didn't feel that struggle. Now, like I said before, I felt Fred's pain while he was in prison. Very well written character, matched acting. He acted his ass off. Lakeith Stanfield, I didn't feel his struggle. I wanted to feel with him this pain of being stuck between a rock and a hard place. I wanted to feel him being ripped apart. I wanted to have those emotions. Because film provokes emotions, this film provokes a hell of emotions. I teared up many a times throughout the film. whenever someone dies, obviously you get teared up because racism is stupid and it shouldn't be around. And like you feel for these characters, you feel their pain when these injustices happen to them. It's very well directed, it's very well written in that aspect. Like I said, again, and those, I don't know if I said before, those probably get nominated for Oscars too whenever the Oscars take place for this movie, and whether it be next year or this year, I don't know. But you feel their pain, and I didn't feel that from Lakeith Stanfield's character, and it's kind of his film. You are following him around most of the film. When Fred goes to jail, you are in jail with Fred, but you're spending more time with Lakeith Stanfield outside. You spend more time with Lakeith Stanfield because he has to go to the FBI and tell them this, that, and the third. You spend more time with Lakeith Stanfield, and because you're with Lakeith Stanfield, you need to feel emotion from him because he has the movie on his back. And I didn't feel that emotion. I felt that it was lacking. Now, I'm not saying his performance was
Terrible.
I'm saying it was missing that it. What that it is, I don't know, because like I said, the dialogue was great. He acted the role. It just wasn't believable. I didn't feel like he had this friendship with Fred. I didn't feel like he was too beat up about it. But as we find out in real life happens, and it shows it in the movie, he really felt it. He felt that guilt in his conscience, and I didn't feel that guilt on his conscience in this movie. Now, I did love the movie. I gave it a 9.3 out of 10 wings. And these are one of these movies where it's like often debated. And because I'm white and grew up in the South, this wasn't taught in our schools. And it's up for February. And then history is what, an hour? You can't get through Black history in an hour. So this film did its job. It made me feel hopeful. It made me somewhat more educated than I was already. Inspired me to be more educated, to go out and find documentaries. A bunch of people, when we did our trailer reaction for this film, they had a problem with us not knowing. Me personally, I'm looking at it as a movie. I want to see it the first time as a movie, and then afterwards I'm going to look at the documentaries. Some people, they told us about documentaries and whatnot, and I wrote those down. A couple of them on Netflix. I'm going to watch those. I'm going to check those out. This movie inspired me to do more beyond the theater experience. Maybe help out my community, watch documentaries, get more educated. So this film went above and beyond that. So it probably should be higher, but as a film itself, I'm giving it a 9.3 because of Lakeith Stanfield. I didn't feel his performance, and I felt the movie wrote on him so much that you had to have his performance be incredible. Tell me what you thought about Judas and the Black Messiah down in the comment section below. Scroll back up, hit the like button, share the video, and subscribe.